Hello, lovely ladies. This is Carla, and I really enjoyed the devotion. I enjoyed the response of the woman to the man who was very ugly to her. And I was thinking, okay, so my 63-year-old self responds to criticism a lot differently than a much younger woman did. But I used to take everything so personally. I felt if somebody said something ugly about me, I was just completely discredited in the dust. And over the years, I've gained a little bit of wisdom. And I try to really listen and say, okay, what is really bothering this person? So I just jotted down a few things that I think really take up a huge portion of the angry responses that fly around. And number one was a distorted view of ourselves. When I think someone's been unkind to me, I think, okay, do they have a distorted view of themselves? And often that comes in the form of pride. But I just looked up some verses, and I just realized I didn't put the references down. I put the verses down, but you all know this one. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite. First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck out of your brother's eye. And so often that's true. We have a plank in our own eyes, and sometimes the people that are angry with us have a plank in their eye, and they cannot see anything except how to make themselves look better by getting angry at us. The other one that I wanted to, sometimes people are so consumed with malice and deceit and envy, they are immeasurably unhappy and must make others so. When we think about Christ does not dwell in them, when they're consumed with evil, the Spirit of God will not dwell in them, and they will not grow. They must be miserable. So even in Peter, 1 Peter 2, 1 and 2, it said, therefore, putting aside all malice and all deceit and hypocrisy and envy and all slander, like newborn babes, long for the pure milk of the word, so that by it you may grow in respect to salvation. So I kind of looked at that and go, we don't long for the word and growth as Christians when we're having all of these negative emotions. And the third one was they often hate what we represent. And the Lord was very clear. He says, if the world hates you, know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the Lord hates you. So these are just three things that I thought of are very often, I'd say probably 85-90% of the unkind words that are said to me are maybe because of one of these things and not necessarily something that I did, although I do wrong things often. But I try to treat my coworkers and other people kindly, and sometimes they don't respond kindly. And so I've gotten to where I think more on these other lines and say, I don't know what their real problem is, but I really don't think they're upset with me or what I did. They may be upset with something else. And so that's when I just go and I pray for them. So it's been fun. Talk to you later. Bye.